Welcome back to the channel. I am back with one of the kind of trainers that I love to review on this channel. There are some staple trainers that I really love. Things like Air Max, things like Air Tex, and Adidas and different brands, but the Adidas ZX 8000 is my favorite Adidas model. And a pair was released recently by one of my favorite retailers who I think do fantastic work on the ZX 8000. And it is this pair here, which is the Offspring times Mita or Mita Adidas ZX 8000. And I think the theme is kind of about mutual respect. So it has kind of a bit of hits of kind of the old school London Offspring collabs in there as well. So this is a pair I'm looking at today. I want to talk you through why I think this is a fantastic pair. Well, it's the kind of pair I would recommend if you're considering buying, and all the things that I really like about it, like the colors and the materials and the kind of background behind the collab. So if this is the kind of thing you like, please lock in, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into talking about the trainer itself. So in order to give a little bit of background to this trainer, because I feel like it's almost a third part in a three-part kind of collaboration, Offspring have worked on a couple at least of ZX 8000s, and these are two that I own here. This is the original London pair, which was released in I think about 2020 during the pandemic, and this is fantastic. I think colorway can't be beaten, a really amazing collab based on London and themed around London. So we've got hits of like London Tower and London Bridge, and it's grey, I think, as a kind of nod to London. Then they released a ZX 9000, which was also related to London, and that was a nice pair, but not exactly for me. I had them in hand, but I didn't really like them as much as I like this next pair, which is kind of the London 2 pair, which was a fantastic pair, probably a couple years ago now. This has London on here. It has loads of Offspring cross branding, and the materials on this are fantastic, really good. Haven't actually worn them yet because it's that kind of irony when you get a pair that are so nice, you don't know when to wear them. But they've done fantastic work on London, and this one's from the Consortium Cup. And I think in the Consortium Cup, I don't know if they actually went head to head for designing the pair that would win, but Mita, which is a Japanese retailer, and Offspring, which is a UK retailer, kind of formed some kind of mutual respect, and I think liked each other's work, and that led to a collab, which is this pair here. And you can see some of the features of the mutual respect on this pair. So let's talk more details. So first up is the box, and I really like this box. You got two different versions of Adidas boxes in the two London pairs before. You have the bog standard blue box with the blue with the white stripes that you can see on this one here. Nothing special, okay, does the job. Then we had this really massive, quite chunky Consortium for the London pair that came out a couple years ago. And this box is a little bit different. It has the Adidas Consortium on the front here. It's a dark grey, and it just kind of screams a bit professional. I really like this box. This is my favorite of the three, definitely. It has a little bit of Adidas logos on the top there. It has the respect is mutual, and that handshake on the box here just says Consortium over. It has an interesting kind of mechanism that flips open like that, which is the only box I actually have out of all the trainers that I own. It's the only one that flips open like that. Really nice. And you can see on the box here it says ZX 8000 Mita times Offspring, and the colors are Grito, black and grey. I'm not 100% sure. White, maybe grey and black. I'm not sure. UK 11. And some of the extras you get are, you get these Dubrays, Mita, and then you get Offspring. You also get 3 pairs of laces as well, yellow, cream and blue. And those laces have Mita sneakers on one end of the lace and Offspring on the other. And it is a triple collab because you can see that on the trainer. You'll have like Offspring on one side and Mita on the other. I think the extras are really good. I would have liked like nicer, maybe aglets like you get on the kind of Offspring pair, but it's not the end of the world. This pair is a banging colorway, and this pair was all about quality. And I think this pair is kind of somewhere in the middle of that. These retail for £120. The The first pair I think were £89, the second pair were £115, so these have gone up by £5 and it's only £5. It says mixed materials, and I think the materials are okay on this pair. In fact, they're pretty good. Maybe not as good as the second grey London pair, but they're decent and I'm happy with them. All right, let's talk a little bit about this pair here. So first thing I think I want to say is a colourway. They've gone with that same grey theme. This is dark grey and it has a black outsole and then cream, that off-white. And I think off-white is a winner. You can't beat the cream, off-white, sail, however you want to describe it. I think it's a great colorway on trainers. Just gives it a nice hit of contrast. And you can see that on this pair that it has a black sole and it has a shiny element. Reminds me a bit of the Boston ZX 9000 that came out from Concepts a few years ago. That pair was all over like foily, but that's a nice hit at the back, and it's themed around some of the kind of elements of urban Japan and some of the elements of urban London, and that's why I think the greys come in, and then these more shiny lights as well. So it's really, really nice. Colorway, pretty straightforward, greys, blacks, creams, and then underneath you have some hits of color. You often get that bright yellow torsion bar, and you get the, where it would have been the soft cell is in blue. I'll say it again for my millionth time, but I wish they would reinstate the soft cell like it used to be when I was younger with those little balls in there. That's something I'd really like with the ZX 8000, to be retroed completely as it used to be, because when that ZX Aqua came out when I was younger, it was, in terms of technology, an amazing pair of trainers, and I think to go back to the original specking would be a really good thing for Adidas to do. In terms of materials, you've got a really heavy suede, makes up the majority of the upper, and it is nice, it's nice and thick, and that is this dark grey suede. It goes around the toe box, goes around kind of the lace area, and on the heel counter as well. That's nice. The thing I was surprised by in hand is this sort of ostrichy effect, leather in this kind of slightly different grey colour on the middle section here, and then it has a lovely meshing on the toe box. Yeah, this kind of shiny heel counter at the back. So really nice materials, I think justify the price. Like I've said before, if you're spending 180, 210 for a pair of Jordans, 145 for a pair of Air Max 90s, these sit nicely at 120, and if you can get them for cheaper, I always recommend you do. It has some nice touches, like you have this handshake on the rear of the trainer, which is part red, part blue, and that's about the mutual respect, I think, between Mita and Offspring. You have that co-branding of Mita and Offspring on the Dubre at the front. One says Mita, one says Offspring, and you can swap it out with different colors. Underneath the tongue, you also have the Mita logo, and then the other one has the Offspring logo. And then on this, which is unusual for ZX 8000, this pull tab, you have Offspring written in blue, and then you have Mita written in blue on the other one, or maybe yellow. There are little pops of colors and these little kind of Easter eggy touches. You have a torsion bar on the inside, and it looks like a moon also, but I'm not sure what that exactly relates to, but it's just really nice. So price 120, materials really good, colorway really good. I think this is really wearable. I'm definitely going to throw these on feet, and I will wear these in the winter without a doubt. Autumn, winter, what a pair. So the last thing I talk about is the fit. These fit true to size. I go for a UK 11. That is pretty much my Air Max size. Most of my Nikes are in a UK 11. My New Balances are a UK 11, and Adidas has always been UK 11 for me, or I go true to size. These fit the same as any other ZX 8000. And they're really comfortable. I personally find the ZX 8000 to be one of the most comfortable trainers I have. I think that the New Balance 991 V2 is a really comfortable trainer. I think my Torsion ZX 8000s are as comfortable as those, and I think more comfortable than Nike actually. So I'm just a big fan of Adidas. I think Adidas offer a fantastic product at a good price point, and you don't feel like they're trying to cut corners. It is worth saying that I don't buy everything that Offspring do, but I do always big up Offspring because I do think they do their best to get the community involved. And you can see that I got their recent Sunder Night collab there as well. And I just like the way that they try their best to keep things out of resellers' hands and also foster a sense of community, because I do see buying trainers as part of a culture. I think that's really important. So if you haven't already, please check out a video I put on my channel probably a couple months ago where I went over my Torsion collection, which encompassed probably 4 or 5 pairs of ZX 8000 because it is one of my favorite silhouettes. So if you haven't checked that out already, if you're an Adidas fan, And please subscribe to the channel, because that's what I love to do on this channel, is look at Adidas. So overall, I would definitely recommend this pair. I'm really happy to have it in hand. It is slightly better in hand than I thought it would be. It wasn't a pair that I had planned to get at the beginning of the year, and even when I saw them announced, I kind of thought I've got enough pairs already. But Offspring do such good work with the ZX8000. I really rate what they do, and this pair is, I think, the best pair of the ones that I've got so far. Maybe I'll slow down on that, because I do really like the other pairs, especially the first pair. I think the colorway is amazing, but this pair I know I'm going to wear immediately. So if you're in the market for this pair, I would definitely recommend them. I think they're fantastic. So I hope you like this review, and if this is your kind of thing, please share it with someone who you think might enjoy it. Please comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are on this pair of trainer. Please like it, and please subscribe, even better. I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.